On May 16th, 2022, Pixar would announce its next film, Elemental. We got our first look at some concept art, and everyone made the joke that the two main protagonists are like the cool math game. However, it wasn't until November 17th that things started to get heated. That wasn't a pun, I swear. We got our first teaser trailer for Elemental, and people were already calling this film out. Keep in mind that the teaser trailer only showed off what the characters would look like. Since then, this movie was dragged by almost everyone who talked about it. People constantly bringing up the fact that the director of this film, Peter Son, also directed one of Pixar's weakest films back in 2015. This hardly happens to me, but I low-key felt bad for this movie. From the people nitpicking the hell out of it on Twitter, to seeing how poorly this film was doing at the box office. Now I can't act too surprised about the box office because this movie came out around the same month as Across the Spider-Verse. I was going to bring up The Flash and Transformers, but those movies are underperforming as well. This is Pixar though. This is the studio that broke box office records. Toy Story 3 became the first animated feature to gross $1 billion. Now I'm not going to pretend like Pixar's films weren't as appealing as they once were. Marketing being the biggest reason for Elemental's box office numbers. And that sucks because Elemental ain't even that bad. Elemental follows Amber and Wade in a world where elements don't mix. Amber and Wade slowly take a liking to each other, and I'm pretty sure you can see where the rest of this film is going. I've seen people who enjoyed this film say that the trailers did this movie dirty, and to be honest, that is not true at all. What you see in the trailers for Elemental is exactly what you get in the movie. However, I don't think that's a bad thing. Of course, this film isn't anything you haven't seen before in terms of the plot, but this movie is sweet for the most part. Now I do think that some of his messaging is a bit on the nose. For example, in this one scene where Wade invites Amber to dinner, Wade's dad randomly brings up the fact that Amber can speak perfect English, and it's so out of nowhere. Besides that one scene, Elemental is pretty harmless. I do enjoy Amber and Wade's chemistry throughout the film. The scene where they go on their first date was truly sweet. And I also like this one scene where Wade ends up back in Amber's father's shop. He tries to consume hot food and ends up exploding out. I don't know. The final act for this film is what you expect from a movie like this. Throughout this film, Amber and Wade try their best to keep the dam from breaking, so the shop will stop leaking. After the dam breaks, it's up to Amber and Wade to save everyone in Firetown. Near the end, Amber and Wade are trapped. Of course, this isn't anything special, but man, this scene just hits differently. Amber and Wade's relationship was nice to see grow throughout the movie, up to this point where Amber almost lost Wade. I genuinely like this moment. I know I said this a lot throughout this video. This film isn't anything amazing, it isn't anything new in terms of plot, and I can sort of see why people weren't impressed with this. But it's good. For what it was, I thought Elemental was a good time. And to think that this is the movie that got all y'all mad is kind of crazy. It truly sucks to see that this movie is not getting the attention it deserves, but I admire Pixar for trying, and I hope they continue doing original stories in the future.